Okay, I am now live, guys. Just give me a sec. I'm just gonna like find some music that's not copyrighted. I think I got in trouble yesterday. Um. Okay, that's nice. Let me just grab my chat app. Announce to the world that I'm live. All right, guys. So we're now live. I have no idea what to expect today. But later we're gonna be reviewing some of your submissions on the Discord. But for the time being, while I'm waiting for people to come in, I'm just gonna keep drawing Hikari here. And I had some time to actually look back at this, and I found that I'm not a fan. I'm not a fan of the way I rendered the stomach here. I think it's too I don't know what the word for it is, but I'm gonna go get some references. I actually prepared some. I forgot to copy them here. This one, I like this render for the stomach. We'll just put that here to the side, and keep that as our guide. Okay, I'm gonna flip it like that. I just like the colors that it uses, and we're gonna try to do our best to copy this. Jesus Christ, this mic is too freaking close. All right, that's better. But there's some. So this is one of my weak points, by the way. I don't know if you've noticed the stomach. I kind of feel like I want to re-render everything. But we're just gonna do our best to add some midtones. Seems like it goes like this. Okay. Oh no, this is the wrong layer. No wonder. I don't know who the artist for this painting is though, so I think I've seen it before. I think I know him. But I don't remember. I think I've seen some of his work. What I'm trying to say. A long time ago. I know he does some no, well, not really NSFW stuff. But it's close to that. I'm kind of just copying this area here, the right side where the shadow hits the most, and everything else I'm just leaving as it is. What the hell is this? It's not behaving the way I wanted to. So yeah, I'm just copying this area here. Am I recording? I'm not recording. Okay, sorry. Wait. And okay. Be back. Below head creations, man. Hey, man. Sub just read chapter, loved it. Hey, thanks, buddy. What cooking? Good looking. Hey. Flattering, hey. Welcome to the stream, guys. Welcome. So I'm just painting a cover art, maybe flash image of Hikari here. Ooh, again, I'm painting on the wrong layer. No wonder. I've been getting some fluctuations with the light recently, so I'm hoping that the light doesn't just randomly turn off. Turn on the other light. Then now it looks a little bit better, but I'm not quite a fan of the divide here. It needs to be just a little less obvious. Okay, that's a tad bit better. We're going to add some like thicker shadows here, where that kimono meets the thing. And of course, let's not forget about her belly button. A really big way to render the belly button. I'm just gonna go for a normal one. The lighting look good, but I think you should darken it a little bit. Uh there are some parts that I think you're right. Some parts that I need to darken it a little bit. We'll take care of that later. Okay, I think I like that. I don't wanna. Maybe a little less obvious. This. Okay, that's good enough for me. Well, we'll get back to it when I you know, have a better understanding of the stomach. It's okay. I like how it is right now. What was I gonna do with this? Oh yeah, the lighting. Wait. Let's get rid of this now. I don't need it anymore. Let's do some fancy stuff, like the Terminator line. Okay. Let's set that to overlay. And the Terminator line is just this, like, faint glow, where the like the blood vessels are. I gotta fix the shadow part with the arms too. Figured out a way to render that better. Okay, turn it off. I think it's a big difference. What's up? Hey, man. Hey. So you could see the shadow better, maybe? There are some things that I still need to fix with the shadow. I understand what you're saying. But I also don't want to make it too dark, because the lighting is pretty strong in some areas. What's up, man? Hey. I really want to draw some good new stuff, too. You should. I think you should. What you should do, here's, if you were going to take my assignment, right? Draw something that will take you days, if not weeks, right, to finish, and then that will be like stretching your limits. Push yourself plus ultra. That was so cringe. I'm not gonna say that again. Maybe darken on the edge of the armpit, maybe. Nah, I kind of like it the way it is. I don't know. Well, anyways, let's just see how this goes. Okay. I think there's already a lot of red there. I think it's just important around the hands area as well as the ears. This Terminator line. Okay. Not too much though. But around here, right, where the light meets the shadow. Around the nose. Especially on the lips. Around here. Not too much. We're gonna render the lips later too. We're gonna give her some, not really a lips, because she's like an anime figure, right? But we'll at least make her lips a bit more redder or orangier or whatever. Okay, how about the ears? It's gonna have a lot of blood vessels in it. It's gonna glow a little bit. That's maybe too much. So take a soft brush, something like that. The other ear too. Okay. Here. Okay, I really like that. Here too. A little bit, you know, don't need to be overly I don't think I like that. It's too much. Around here maybe. Kick-ass drawing, thanks man. Kinga, how do you draw hands? Can you show me how to construct one? Also, you're telling me I should draw an art piece that looks like it took me weeks to finish. Yeah man, just don't rush things, okay? There's no need to draw really fast. It's not a requirement, okay? You make your masterpiece, right? Okay. My only critique on the chapter is, if I may say, it's not showing the chapter's age after the time skip. You look 14, 16, drinking alcohol kind of threw me off. Lol, but other than that, I loved it. Actually, Hikari, out of the kids there, Hikari is the oldest, and she's drinking. Okay, she's not a minor by the time skip, but some of them are still minors. I mean, they're not like the same age, right? Especially Aki, the second main protagonist, is like a minor. She's like 15, and Hikari, by the time skip, I'm being purposely vague with the age, but I do have an age in mind. Okay, and by the time skip, Hikari is like early 20s, but she's just a tiny girl. Okay, and that's gonna be a running joke later on. It's just chapter 1, guys. It's supposed to be very slow. I think I'm introducing the world and the chapters. But I do see your point though. I think that's a good point. I think I did draw them drinking a little bit on the party scene. Although Aki, I think I just drew it because he's the youngest. I just drew him eating bread. I'm gonna have to look back. Okay, I don't remember the exact panel, but I think I did draw them drinking. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, I'll have to get back to that. Well, I can just say, you know, because I'm like the author, right? Freaking out. I'm not used to that, by the way. I could just say that they're, drinking something else. But Hikari, she's not a minor. She's allowed to drink. I can actually erase this now. Yeah. Okay. All right. I really like this now. I think I'm gonna go with the lighting. I think I was just playing with the lighting earlier. Okay, this looks nice. So there's this really faint blue light coming from the upper right. Wait, let me just double check if I'm recording. I'm gonna get back to drawing, y'all. Have a great night. You too, man. See you later, Melly. Or girl. Melly's I don't know what. I apologize in advance. I've been told though that man is like a, that kind of endearing saying is like a universal and genderless thing. I'm not like a stingy guy about that. Okay, I just don't know if you're a girl or a guy, whatever. So blue rim lighting around here because of that blue light, but it's very faint. Okay, we'll add a yellow light here instead because I don't know if that's gonna make sense, right? Blue light here too. Actually, that's fine. It's very faint. Okay, I like that. Maybe here too, just a little bit. and a little bit here as well around her hair area. Okay, so zooming out, that actually looks really, really nice. These golden nuggets here will also reflect some blue light, because again, the blue that the light is coming from the upper right is kind of blue. Oh yeah, the hands. Yeah, you're asking me to draw the hands. But it was a beautiful chapter. Thanks, man. Okay, let me just construct the hand for you. I'm gonna draw it here. Hopefully the yellow won't bother you. Give me a sec. All right. So I'm just gonna draw. This is gonna be in yellow. Okay, I don't want to turn off the background. So with the hands, right? I'm assuming you're talking about the fingers, where the palms. Okay. The way I construct them is, so basically, there's a great tutorial that I found that I use the same technique, but basically the hand is constructed like this. So I imagine like a triangle, right? But it's not exactly a triangle. It's more like this shape, like a square and a triangle, right? A tapered square. There you go. Tapered square. So that, right? And I always try to be more careful about where the thumb goes. So I cannot just use myself as a reference, you know, okay, the thumb is in the inside of my body, or it's in the outside of my body. Just use myself as a reference. Let's just put the thumb here. So I can do another triangle here for the thumb, and then a smaller triangle here to the side. Just that's for the pinky. Okay, so I know that every single fingers that I have has 3 tiers to it. You know, if you count the folds here, there's 3 folds. Every single finger except for the thumb only has 1. Only has 2. Sorry, only has 2. But actually, there are 4 of them. Okay, 4 tiers. The thing is that you don't normally count the one here on the knuckles, because this is the knuckles here, right? But this bone here with the knuckles, I don't know if you can see me. Let me just change my angle. So the knuckles here, these knuckles, the bones here also actually seeps through the knuckle, this part of the hands here. So I kind of consider them the 4th fold of the fingers. Okay, so when I do this, right, if I fold that, it actually folds right there, right? It doesn't fold like here. Do you notice that? Like, it doesn't fold here where you would expect it, because that's like the first fold of the finger that's connected to the palm. It actually folds here, right? See that? A lot of people, including me, by the way, for the longest time, did not consider that at all until I made that observation. I actually watched the video. Again, I don't remember the creator, but I watched a video about it, and that kind of blew my mind. So that's like one of the things you have to consider, and you'll see me draw that too a bit later. Okay. So going back to this, so again, the thumb, because I'm only drawing the most basic part. Okay, I'm not even worried about that angle. I just wanted to show that off. Thumb only has 2 fingers. So, and let's say this, the longest finger is your middle finger. Okay, so I'm gonna draw the middle finger and the ring finger. Is that the ring finger? Together, okay? Because they're really close to each other. Like if you do this, these 2 are the closest together. So we're gonna draw them together in one block. Boom. Maybe I'll make that thicker. And let's just imagine there's a line there. And then the pinky is like this. Okay? Actually, I kind of probably drew that a bit wider, but that should be the pinky. So that's like your basic high 5 sort of stance with a finger. There are angles that I can't draw properly, and there are other angles that I really need the reference, especially angles where the pinky is the most prominent. I actually have problems with that. Like this for example, I had a hard time drawing this. I needed a lot of references. But so again, there's like 3 tiers. Okay, 3 tiers. Middle finger being the longest, and then, you know, just look at your fold, man. You use yourself as a reference, right? So it goes like this and like that. Okay. And then I'm just doing this very quickly for a quick demonstration. And you can use this rule with sideways, right? Let's say sideways, and then this is the thumb here. This is this triangle here. This is it here. Okay. So again, 2, 1, 2, and then there, 1, 2. Maybe that's a bit too long. 2. Okay. And then again, together with the middle finger and the ring finger, you can put that together. Also, try to be more dramatic and actually just don't draw straight. Draw like on an angle with your fingers. All right. So I'm drawing here. I'm kind of drawing in an angle. And then the pinky finger, because there's no space there, right? I kind of just imply it like that. All right. Does that make sense? And then you can like really get creative with the angles here. Let's say let's do this angle, right? So this square is this part here. Let's do more 3D shape. So that, and then the thumb area is here. This triangle is this triangle. This triangle like once again, and the pinky is like a smaller version. Okay, like there. So again, 2. Let's actually move that just a little bit here. Okay. So let's say this is the big finger. Okay, this is the big finger, and together with the middle finger and the ring finger, just draw them. You can of course not do this, not draw them together, but just for the sake of this demonstration, I drew this a bit too high, like so something like this, right? And you can, maybe do a version of this where it's closed fist. All right, something like this. Again, very quickly. I'm sorry, guys. If you guys want me to draw proper hands, I'll do that next time. Okay. Right, so but you get the point, right? I think I have the resource link on the resource channel for drawing hands. If it's not there, I'll resend it later after the stream. But it's very useful though, this technique. Hopefully that helps you guys out. Camera is not on. Oh, really? Jesus Christ! I'm not looking at my chat. That was embarrassing. I caught that in 4K. Alright, I'm gonna have to do that again, alright? That was it's not fair for you guys. That was my mistake, my bad. Alright, let's just... Whew. Alright, you can see my screen now, right? I am such an idiot. Alright, let's do that again. Take two. Alright, so this is the way I draw hands. It's more of a tapered angle here. Sorry, the thing is that I'm using my second monitor as a recording for this painting for a video later on. So I don't really have my chat like anywhere at all. Okay, maybe I could use my phone. Well, it's too much. It's low battery. I have to alt tab it all the time. This is just for this painting though. It's not, my streams won't be like this. So anyways, going back to this, I'll just demonstrate this one more time. So the trick I use is this tapered rectangle like that. I'm just making sure that I'm live. Okay, I am. And then I kind of just put a smaller triangle here and a smaller triangle there. So this is going to be served as the thumb and the pinky finger. So again, the thumb has 2 here, so 1, 2, and just draw your sausages, okay? There you go. So 3. There's 3 tiers for each finger. So for the middle finger and the what's it called, ring finger, I draw them together, okay? So this is just your basic high five um, finger, hands rather, hand gesture, and finally the pinky, like that. Maybe I drew that a bit. So it's like this angle, and then just imagine there's a line here separates them both. Okay, so that's like your basic high five. I know it's pretty shitty at the moment. I'm just doing this for the video really quickly. And that method, this method here, with drawing the tapered square and small triangles on the right, I can kind of use them on like any angle, I suppose. So let's just do a sideways version. Okay, that's the tapered rectangle here, this one, but it's sideways. So let's do the thumb down, which is lower, like this. Okay, so it's this triangle here. So obviously we won't be able to see this part because it's in the other side of the hand. So we can just do it again. 1, 2, and 1, 2, 3. Okay, middle, because we can't see the joints here, right? You gotta have to imply the other fingers. Just 1, 2, 3, and then like this. So there's no space for the pinky because again you can't see where the pinky connects. So what I like to do here is put the pinky down there, right? So it's like doing that gesture. Hopefully that helps. Now I did demonstrate a 3D version. Again, I'm sorry about the hiccup earlier. Okay, again, triangle. And let's say it's a triangle here. I think I drew this a bit too big. Anyway, it should be lower here like that. So again, thumb and fingers. Draw the middle finger and the index finger together. And there you go. That's a 3D version of the hands, right? So 1, 2, 3, and then from there you can just detail it as much as you can. But remember this technique, okay? This square and then triangle in the middle, and then in the sides, okay? So hopefully that helps. Hopefully that helps now. Oh man, that was so embarrassing, by the way. Caught in 4K, I know, right? That was a warm up. Yeah. The pinky shape is new for me. But it's kind of like this, right? It's like doing this, where the pinky is like in the far distance. I don't know if you can see that in that angle, really. Peak shape control, and I don't know about that. There are some angles of the fingers that I have a lot of trouble with. The angle where the pinky finger is visible, similar to what Hikari here is doing. This thing, I had a lot of trouble with that. Okay, and I needed to use a reference. I think I said before that I kind of praised it a little bit at the end because it was giving me a lot of problems. The triangle one, yeah. The reason why the pinky kind of gives me trouble is because of the awkwardness. Okay, when you're drawing, when I'm drawing the things that I'm good at, I can almost put them in my head and remember them like the palm of my hand, right? But there are things that I can't seem to comprehend, and they're very silly things. For example, like the hand angle where the pinky is showing rather than the thumb, right? This angle here, my brain just doesn't seem to register that. Okay, so every time I draw it, it just looks really bad. I don't know if that's just me, but I have something like that. I mean, like, the hands are really hard to draw, so I don't blame you. They're one of the hardest to draw. It's also one of the things that besides the face, okay, it's also one of the things that you look at first. So it's like the second thing that's most important in the painting is the hands. If you can do a gesture like what Hikari is doing here now, you can give your hands a bit of personality. I think it goes a long way. All right, so I really like this rim light, right? Just zooming out, it looks really good already. I don't know, I like it. I think I just need to add some strands here to really make it pop out. This pinky side view is hard for everyone because we don't see it on our hands. Oh, yeah, that's a good point because it's facing away from. Yeah, that's a pretty good point. And I think you're right because I also have a when I was taught design and my teacher, well, not really my teacher, my peer. I'll call it my teacher. He's my teacher. My teacher told me that um, the way he taught me how to start drawing, which I didn't really follow, but the way he taught his students to draw made a lot of sense. When you first draw trees, mountains, rocks, things like that, because those things we don't really see them all every day. I mean, unless you live in those areas, right? But for the most part, we don't really see them as much as we see, for example, a face, and therefore there are the margin of error you can have while drawing a tree is really big. Okay, so you can make a lot of mistakes while drawing a tree, and it will still look like a tree. Is what I mean. Um, but if you're gonna draw a vehicle, for example, or a cell phone or any form of technology, modern technology, they require a lot of precision, and because we see them almost every day, the margin of error you can have with them is really low. So I guess you're right with that theory now. The hand theory where we don't really see this side of the finger, and therefore we're not used to let's say drawing it or recognizing what looks good or not. I think you're right about that because of that theory too. That's also a quick tip. Yeah, if you're gonna start drawing, don't go into faces right away. Draw like trees, rocks, mountains, things like that, and then draw animals. Um, I personally didn't do that because I kind of am self-taught until I got that class. This was back in high school, by the way. So I was already drawing before that. But his teaching did make sense, though. Made sense to me. I actually forgot that teacher's name. It's been so long, guys. I wish I did. He was one of the more proactive teachers that really pushed me to pick this up and take it seriously. Before I met him, I didn't even knew that you can make art as a career. I was either gonna be a soldier. I know, right? This fat ass gonna be soldier. Or you a soldier, or maybe a fireman, something like that. Something a lot more physical. What I wanted to do. I really like this, by the way. It's really cool. I think I can make this bluer, but I don't think I need to. What else do I need to do? Let's render this side now. I think this thing is already well lit. Yeah, this thing wouldn't reflect too much light. It's not a reflective material, but I'm gonna imply some orange here anyway because of this orange light coming from below. Yeah, something like that. But anyway, have a good day. Yeah, you too, man. We should compensate by observing the more specific spot, because if one piece of the puzzle is missing, then it's inaccurate. I think you're right. But I wouldn't worry about that if you're a beginner, though. Maybe you would. I don't know. Maybe I'm allowed to teach her. Okay. That looks good. Let's there's some orange light here. Again, there's the orange light coming from there. very faintly though. It's not like a very strong presence. Especially here on this part of the cloth, it's not really a reflective material. So it's gonna spread the light a lot more than reflect it. On her face, she's already overly lit. So I can't really light her face up anymore. But maybe her hair, right? Especially this gold thing. Oh, look at that. Really coming out. Underneath here. We'll render the eyes even further too. And the eyes they look really bland at the moment. And also their hair. This is gonna take a lot of work to finish the hair. So I've been working at this since, what was it? This is probably my third day of working at this painting. I don't know how many hours I've worked in this now. Probably like 9 hours. I don't know. I'll have to check my recording after it's done. That's easy to do. Because I'm recording the entire process from sketch to finish. Makes for a good video. And then I'm gonna get into coloring or start drawing some of the requests from Discord. I'm really excited to go into that. Yeah, I really like this. Shaping up. Okay. I think I'm gonna add some wrinkles around the chest area. I think this part is still clean. Hello. quite happy with it, but I'll go with it for now. Um, what's your core motivation for why you're drawing your manga? I really just, I'll tell you the truth, okay? It's a bit of a self-serving goal. I don't know if it's self-serving. I just really want to one day be able to see my books on a bookshelf, okay? That's really it. And I want to share my story with, I want to share my story with everybody. Uh, because I think since I was a kid, I've always loved to watch stories. You know, it doesn't matter what kind of medium, books or anime, stuff like that. I really love stories, and I hope that I could share that love with people too. But really, I also want to, see my books on my local bookstore. That'll be so great, right? There's a little bit of I don't know if I could call it trauma, but there's a little bit of you know I told you so kind of. It's not told you so. No, no, no. It's like I want to be able to tell my family. I think I told the story yesterday that I have a strange uncle who raised me, and I want him to see my work, man. That'll be so cool, right? Because I think my family never really believed in my ability to draw and make a career out of it. Well, not everybody. Well, the my grandfather did. Okay, he was like the only few people that really did believe in my ability to do this. Um, so it's like I wanna egg them in their face. Like, oh, you look at this. I think that's like a lot of artists in my generation wants to do that. Or at least that's their motivation, because this vocation is not very lucrative, especially in Asian household where everything has to be about freaking a career. I know it's very shallow, guys. If I do this, and that's too much. Hope your goals and aspirations are will come true. Relatable, yeah, I know, right? Um, well, it's not a hateful thing. I think it's more like I want them to I want to prove them wrong. But there is, and I don't think realistically there's a point to do that. And even if I one day make it to the bookshelves, I don't think they're the type of people to uh, take that lightly. They'll always come, those kind of people, they always come up with a excuse to egg on you regardless of your success. I'm not sure about the stretchy stretch here. Stretchy stretch. Maybe it's missing some stuff like that. Hmm. Maybe more stretch. Nah, that just looks terrible. I'm just gonna make it a little less obvious then. Okay, I think it's okay. I think it's okay. We'll leave it to that. This part here should have a thicker or a harsher shadow when it comes to the fingers. Like that. Yeah, that looks better. I think I'm about. Oh, the eyes, right? Almost forgot. and some parts of the face too. With a light glow underneath her eyes, and we're going to put some really nice reflection there. We'll make this center of the eye glow later when I add the effects. But okay, I think I need to add more shadows with the hair here. I don't know how this is going to look. Experimenting at the moment. Nah, I don't like it. It's okay. We'll just leave it like this for now. So next is the hair. This is almost done, I think. Let's just do more of the hair. We're gonna make it a bit more puffy. I listened to an art YouTuber streamer. He said he had one viewer and he didn't stop. After a lot more hours, he got a community now. It's good to see growth. Yeah, man, it's kind of like that for me. With my experience being a YouTuber too. I remember when I first uploaded my video, I think it got like 0 views. It was a speed, I think it's, I don't remember, I have to check. I think it's unlisted now though, that video. It wasn't until at least my 5th or 6th video when I made the fashion design anime girl character, when I got like 100 views or probably more. I was so happy with that. I was so ecstatic. And then I had a part 2 of that video, and for some reason that did not get much view. I think it barely made 50 views, right? Something like that, right? It was really low. So being something like this, you know, doing YouTube and starting a community, it's hard work, man. You gotta have to keep at it. And even for me right now, I'm not a big YouTuber by all means. I know I'm not. You know, I'm not delusional. Well, I am kind of delusional. Yeah, with this thing, you have to be delusional a little bit. Okay. But what was I saying is that, you know, the algorithm, it's all over. It's unpredictable, at least for me. Okay, I'm not really an expert with algorithms and YouTube and shit like this. I just make videos and Either they get views or not, right? That's awesome. Yeah, man. No, look, right now I'm really happy where the channel is. In fact, I think I'm about to hit 2,000 subscribers, and I couldn't have never imagined reaching that number when I started this. Okay, it's one of those things, It's like you just do something for fun, and then it kind of rewards you for some reason. I started the Discord community. I started this community because I when I was starting, there were some requests for me to make a Discord server where everybody can talk. I'm not even sure some of those people are still on, still on the server or still interacting with me. But initially, that's why I got encouraged to make the Discord server, and then, looking at other YouTubers. At the moment, I'm just copying some concepts, okay? Because I don't really know. Um, well, I kind of already know what what I'm about, right? But in the beginning, I was just, oh, maybe I should do something that Sam does. Sam does art, or maybe I should do something like Ross does. So I was just like, picking up things that I can pick up and trying to make it my own. But right now, I think I've finally found my stride as a YouTuber. And that's about, creating tutorials, just tutorials, nothing too complicated, about the things that I think helped me the most. And I actually encourage my subscribers too to start their own YouTube channel. If it's good, I'll subscribe to it. This hair is like killing me right now, hey. This fur thing. All right, that's good enough. It looks okay to me. I'll darken that a little bit later. This side. All right, we'll take a break from the the hair. Let's add some effects with the eyes. I just make the eyes really simple. 3 highlights here, and then take a soft brush, slightly alter that a little bit, and the further side should be in opacity, something like that. Okay. We'll also make the center eye glow a little bit. Where's my brush? Here. Where's my brush? This one? Yeah. So orange first, and then let's add a white in the center. Again, orange first, white in the center. Something like that, right? We'll do that later because we can do a better job with that. And in her ears, there's also going to be some sparks here, but we'll do that later. Erase that for now. Okay, let's what else can we add here, eh? Okay, I think I'm ready to go with her tattoos. I'm kind of tempted to just copy paste a pre-made template that I made for her tattoos. I'm gonna draw it manually here. It's a simple tattoo, right? And this is like the source or a source of her power. However, in the beginning of the chapter, I'm not gonna spoil it then. But it's a thing, okay? In my story. Okay, that's her tattoos. There's more to it here. I think one of the, let's say this one goes like this. Gonna make some dots for now, okay? Gonna make that into exceedingly getting smaller kind of triangles or diamonds. There. That's the tattoos. I like that. Put that Right around here. Okay, that looks good. And she has more tattoos on her other arm as well as her legs. Oh, what's it called? The bottom part of her leg. I don't know. You know what I mean? Okay, let's go back to the hair because there's still a lot of work here. All right, I should just here too. Hey, I really like that. A bit of fur on her, fur on her, fur on her. Jesus Christ, that word. Um, ears here, fur on her. The ears here. Jeez. Okay, keep going. Almost done. We're almost gonna out of the forest, Mike, into the frying pan. Is that the right coat? That'll be the right color. Okay, let's add some skin temperature now. Yeah. We overlay still, right? This one's more less obvious. Some blue on her face, her skin. Some orange right there and there. See? Make it a little bit less obvious. I don't know about this one, guys. I don't think. Oh, let's add some texture. Right. Did I even add? Nope. Now, I gotta find my clothing texture. No, not this one. Found it earlier and I lost it again. No. I think it's this one. So multiply. Yeah. Yeah, this one. This adds a little bit of texture to it. Okay. Makes it look a lot more gritty. What's going on here? As if, you know, the clothing is kind of used. Maybe this is too much. Let's lower the erase some of it. Okay. Oh, that's good. I'm gonna add some patterns now. The cloud patterns on her kimono. Okay, that's fine. That's good. So the patterns is really what I'm excited about, because it's gonna make her stand out really well if we do it right. I'm kind of thinking of drawing the pattern separately. I think I'm gonna do that because this is gonna take a long time to do. Turn her off for now, and let's draw a pattern. This is inspired by, you know, Jinx tattoo, which I learned that they're not actually tattoo. The clouds on Jinx's body. Did you know that they're not actually tattoos? Because in season 2 of Arcane, her second outfit at the, well, maybe spoilers for season 2 of Arcane, she has a second outfit, and we kind of see her tattoo fade away just a little bit, and it made me realize, oh, those are not tattoos, they're just drawings. What's up, man? Hey, Elias. Been a while. Haven't seen you around. Okay, I really like that. This section here, I'm kind of distorting the pattern because there's folds here, right? So it's going to have different kind of uh, like flow depending on how the fold is structured. So these things are going to be separated just a little bit like that. Okay. These things here will be just a tad bit distorted here too, especially here. Right, just slightly though, nothing too complicated. Cutting these up. Okay, that should be good enough. Let's turn on the layers. There you go. Let me do an overlay. No, multiply. That's even darker. Color dodge. Let's try. That looks nice. Linear light. What if we just increase the brightness? Saturate that to the max. No. It's a little bit too that though. Brighter. Nah, it's okay. I kind of like it this way. What if we increase? We add a white line like that. Ooh, I kind of like that. The white, it adds to it, but it's too thick. Let's make it a little thinner. 22, a bit better. Okay. So watch out for these areas here where it starts to overlap. Okay, we'll add a little bit more to the texture. because I don't want it to just be cloud. Um, let's add some flowers in there, yeah? Hello? No, I don't like it. I was looking for brushes that could help me, um, you know, make a pattern. This looks nice. Am I painting on the? Okay, yeah. Okay, I think I like it. What else can we add to it? I'm not really sure anymore. Oh yeah, the effects. I gotta add the effects too. I'm just gonna I'm just gonna stretch a bit, okay? Oh, my back just cracked. Yeah. So what's going on? I'm gonna check my manga. How's it going? That's doing all right. 800 views already? Jeez, it was at 600 a moment ago. I'm really happy about that, by the way. It could stop at 800 now, and I'll be extremely happy. I'm not looking to, get something out of it. It's 800 views, 800 readers. That's already good enough for me. You wanna know why? Because one of my older clients, he has a one-shot that we made, and it was a really cool one-shot too. And it's been at least 2 years. But it's because he doesn't market it as much. He doesn't talk about it as much. It's not getting that much views. And I've been asking him to, please, they let me make a video out of this thing, because it's gonna blow. It's going to drive more viewers into the manga or the comic book. So it's actually a comic book. But he doesn't want to let me I don't know. I keep asking him about it, but doesn't want to. He doesn't want me to get involved with the marketing. But I'm not saying that I'm good, right? But at least I can get him a few more views, maybe. That's really one of the reasons why I also started the YouTube channel, is because I wanted to give my clients a bit more service. I want to be a better artist towards my clients, where I can finally just bring new mangas to my audience, right? That could also be cool. By the way, guys, I'm actually alone at the moment. My wife and my son are on a vacation with their family, and I'm just alone in the house. Kind of creepy, actually. The reason why I didn't go is because whoops. All right, the reason why I didn't go is because I got work. Okay. Let's continue the drawing. What's going on? Okay. Normally, I would give the pattern a little bit of texturing. So I want it to be more like as if it's been used. Something like this. Now pattern's fading away like it's an old kimono. Because she's not rich or anything. That's my reference, by the way. I don't need that anymore. That's the cloud thing. Let's add the effects now. You know what? I think I'm gonna make her eyes a different color. Like a blue. I gotta turn these off, eh? Yeah, I think it lines up with her character a bit more. Or maybe red, right? Because she's a bit of a hothead. But I like the contrast between the pink and the blue. Then again, she won't be wearing this costume for, the series. This costume is really just a party costume that she kind of throws away because of an incident. So I'm thinking, what's a good color? Not really sure. Let's just stick with blue for now. I could always change it anyway. So for the effects, I'm not a fan of it. I think it's too much. Too much. And it looks cool, but too much. Maybe just one eye. Maybe something coming out of his hand. No. Okay, I think it's almost done. I don't really have anything else to add to her design anymore. So we're gonna move in and do the background now, which is gonna be a different kind of monster to paint. Maybe I could add a little bit more. I know I keep adding more, hey? Uh, Something like that. Yeah, that looks nice. Connect to. Yeah, this looks like gym wear now. Than a proper medieval uh, undergarment. Maybe it's because of this thing. Oh, I put that on a different layer. Okay. kind of wish I just made her put on her kimono. I wanted to do more with the kimono thing. But she's okay. She looks okay here. Looks good. So for the background, how's this? Okay, don't need that anymore. And I'm just organizing my stuff. The background, there has to be something here. I haven't really thought about it. Maybe I could just do a Japan thing. Put a red circle on behind her like that. Oh, that looks nice. Maybe not a red circle. An orange one, more appropriate. Blue. Ooh, looks nice. I'm not really sure about a circle. I'm gonna think of an idea for the background. I'm just gonna sketch it out for tonight. Because this is gonna be a different kind of like monster to draw, okay? So maybe because it's called the final fortress and the fortress is the barrier, so maybe we can shrink this circle. Actually, make it bigger a little bit and then shrink it like this, just to the shape of the barrier. Okay, and then now I want my background to be a little bit more abstract than a literal background. And then maybe we can add in like a red city here, right? Like this is the fortress of Raikishi, like the main capital of the world they live in. Okay, like this. Maybe we don't need this. The Torii gate behind her, a little lower, and then yeah, something like this. We can put in, oh jeez, so sleepy, religious symbols like this, the 4 religion of the world that they live in, right? Something like that. And then maybe we can add in some drones here, the dredge drones in the background to the left. What else can we add here? Some trees maybe here. A bit more abstract, yeah? No, maybe not trees. Oh, you know what? You can add the shimmer of the there's so many things now. Maybe just a faint shimmer here on the back. Yeah, that's good. That should be good enough. Okay, that's a good background, I think. Now we're gonna make it darker. I do agree with that. With the comment earlier that it does need to be just a tad bit darker, especially around this area where there's not really much light hitting it. Okay, it does look better. I agree. Uh, no, that looks kind of okay. All right, guys. I'm gonna do the background tomorrow. And I'm gonna just take a break for now. I am a bit tired. Where's my OBS? So anyway, thank you everyone for watching my. I'm just gonna say my goodbyes. Yeah, thanks for watching my stream. Everybody hanged out with me, and my OBS is not working, so I'm not even sure if I can even end the stream. Why is that working? Oh, there's a okay. Anyways, I'll see you guys later. I'll stream again tomorrow. By the way, I got nothing else to do. I have no work this week, so I'll be working all on the next, say, I hope 10 pages this week. I already done 6. I already done 5. So by the time this week ends, I'll be 15 pages in on chapter 2. Which chapter 2, I am actually revising a lot of the script for chapter 2. Because in chapter 2, I want to introduce their motive. I'm not going to spoil anything, okay? I'm going to introduce their motivation as to why they're going to do what they're going to do. I'm also going to introduce the villain. This is going to be a big fight scene that will last until at least a few pages in chapter 3. So chapter 2 is where I'm going to give you the big reason as to why to care of the story. I actually, in retrospect, I should have done that in chapter 1. But in chapter 1, my goal was to world build a little bit. And hopefully I've done that, with the barrier, the explanation of the barrier, the explanation for the rune stones, and Hikari's bands at the end, right? I mean, you guys have watched it. I've read it. So chapter 2, I'll also introduce the main villain faction, because the villain will be a faction instead of a singular person. Well, actually, there will be some individuals that are powerful enough to go toe to toe with Hikari, and Hikari will figure out that okay, she's not. I'm gonna stop talking about it because I'm gonna start spoiling stuff. Okay, but chapter 2 will bring out more of the characters as well as their motivations. Anyways, I'm really excited about that. Actually, I'm excited about the first 4 chapters. Okay, chapter 1 world building. Chapter 2 will be like the goal, the motivation of why they're gonna do what they're gonna do, and the rest is just like after those things are done, I could just have fun with the story, right? So that's always the most difficult part, I think, in my opinion, when world building and storytelling. But stay tuned, guys. I'll be streaming again tomorrow around the same time. Bye bye you.